Mulk Raj Anand was born in Peshawar, Pakistan. Regarded as one of the pioneers of Indian English fiction, Anand studied in Khalsa College, Amritsar, and later University College, London, and Cambridge University. Anand launched his literary career with an essay on his aunt's suicide. Untouchable, his first novel, was published in 1935. It deals with the unyielding nature of the caste system in pre-independent India. He was a prolific writer whose literary works include novels, short stories, poetry, essays, and autobiographies. Some of his prominent works are The Village, Across the Black Waters, The Sword and the Sickle, Coolie, The Private Life of an Indian Prince. Anand received the Sahitya Akademi Award for his novel The Morning Face. He was also awarded the International Peace Prize and later the Padma Bhushan for his exemplary contribution to the world. The Lost Child is derived from his story collection, The Lost Child and Other Stories, 1934. The Lost Child narrates the story of a child who gets lost in a fair. It is a story of connections, loss, and expectations. The story of The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand is about a young boy's innocence and his bond with his parents. It is a bright spring day. There is a fair going on, and everyone in and around the village is travelling to the fair. Among them is a young boy. He skips and runs happily alongside his parents as they walk to the fair. There are many people travelling along with them. Some of them are moving in bullock carts or horses, while most of them are walking to the fair. The boy's excitement grows when he sees all the people around him. On his way, he sees a toy shop. He loudly proclaims that he wants a toy. His father looks at him sternly. To divert the child's attention, his mother draws his attention towards the mustard fields. The boy is excited by the color and sight of the mustard fields. The field is also filled with butterflies. The boy is fascinated by the butterflies. As they fly close to him, he tries to catch some of them, but they elude him. His parents call out to him to join them. They have taken shelter in a shaded grove. As soon as the boy enters the grove, a shower of flowers greets him, and he holds out his hand to catch the petals. The boy looks around in wonder, taking in all the sights and sounds of nature. From the grove, they travel along a narrow path to the fair. From the serene world of nature, the boy enters the world of the fair. Its cacophony, sights and smells fascinate and repel him at the same time. The boy stops in front of a sweet shop, tempted by the delightful display of sweets. He wants a barfi, though he knows his parents will not buy it for him. As they walk on, he is attracted by the beautiful garlands of gulmohar in the next shop. Though he wants one around his neck, he knows his parents will call it cheap and refuse him. Brightly colored balloons on a pole greet him next. He stops and gazes at the bright balloons floating in the air. He knows his parents will tell him he's too old to play with them. So he moves on to where a snake charmer is playing his flute. He wants to hear the music, but he knows his parents will forbid it. Finally, he reaches the giant wheel. The giant wheel is brightly lit and surrounded by laughing people. The boy's eyes shine at the turning wheel. He cannot contain himself any longer and clamors to get on it, but his parents do not reply. He turns around, but his parents are not with him any longer. Frightened, He starts howling. He runs here and there trying to find his parents. There are tears in his eyes, and his clothes become dirty. He notices a temple around which many people are gathered. He hopes he can find his parents there, but there are too many people, and he cannot see them. A kind stranger rescues him from the stampede of people. The stranger asks the boy who his parents are, but the boy cannot tell him. He only repeats that he wants his mother and father. The stranger then takes him to the roundabout and asks whether he wants a ride, but the child doesn't want one. The stranger takes him to the snake charmer, asking him if he wants to hear the music. But the child closes his ears, crying for his parents. He shakes his head at the pretty balloons. He refuses to put a garland around his neck. Finally, the stranger takes him to the sweet shop. But the child cannot be consoled by the sweets. He continues to cry for his parents.